It is October 22nd, 2019. We're here at 4448 Maple Avenue, La Mesa, California, 91941. The sewer line is backed up several times, according to the occupants, and on the corner of the garage here we have a clean out, and there are tons of dried up paper and feces all over from the obvious clog and stoppage that flowed up and out of this clean out. So we've got this 3-inch ABS plastic clean out here. Put our camera through the line here and see if the line is still clogged, and or what might be some evidence of what's causing this if it is still clear right now. So some paper and debris right there. Line is still open right here. A little bit of standing water there, just that little piece of pipe to the next fitting, but it's negligible. Line is still open. Still all plastic. Should be plastic the whole way. This is a newer home. A little bit of debris just getting in front of our lens there, but the line is still clear. Right here we have a T-junction on the line. So we're making a big, probably 90-degree turn here as well, possibly. Now we're in a 4-inch pipe. So, got a few bathrooms here, and there's a house right above here, 4450. That also might be coming backwards and teeing into this part of the system as well at some point. Line is still clear. Here's another turn on the system. Still plastic ABS pipe. We have another T-junction. So we should be out of the house by now or close to it. So we're gonna probably also have to run some water here shortly. It's gonna get a little bit harder to continue to push out at this distance with the camera. So we're going to pause the video for 1 minute and get some water running down the drain pipe here. Okay, so we've got a garden hose attached so we can control the water. We've got it turned on right now. We're going to see water running here shortly by the screen. And so again, help us get this pushed out hopefully a little bit further. Yeah, we have another clean out right here, right at about the 100-foot mark. So we'll probably end up going from that one to continue. We do have 130 feet on this push rod, but we're going to go ahead and pause for a minute to go ahead and move our equipment over to this other clean out. I'm assuming it is exposed and above ground, so we'll go ahead and locate this really quick on the system. Push forward this to here. I'm going to pause the video for a second. Okay, so this clean out here, this T-junction, has not been brought to surface. We've located it on the other side of the house, and it actually is headed towards the upper house. So the sewer line may be running towards Maple Avenue, at least it is at this point. So we do have another clean out about 10-15 feet backwards of this one that we can see right here. And so we're going to go ahead and pull our camera out and go from that clean out on the other side of the house. Okay, so we're now on this side of the house, and as we look past the HVAC unit there, about 10-15 feet past that on the left by the green bushes there, that's where we actually found that other 4-inch clean out, but again it is buried, it's not brought to surface. So on the side of the house right here though, we do have a 3-inch ABS clean out. So we're going to go in through here and see if this goes in and then makes a turn towards that other line there. Okay, here's that turn right there. So now we should be headed still all in plastic pipe. A little bit of debris just scraping up the side of the pipe there. Here we have a clean out T right here. I believe this may be past the other one, so we're going to go ahead and just real quickly double check to see if this is the T junction we were just trying to dig up or if it's farther down the line. So we're going to go ahead and pause the video. Okay, so we have verified this is the clean out that we saw with the other camera, and we were out about 100 feet from the other clean out. So we're now going to continue down the line. Okay, all right, as soon as we get past this, we've got some standing water in the line. So right here you can see we've got what appears to be roots growing in the pipe. So it looks like we found our problem right after this clean out. So the line might be making a turn here. Looks like we did. We've made a turn on the system, and then you can see we're then dumping down and in. So I don't know if this is this line is on septic, or if this is dumping into another line, and there's some standing water there. So we're going to back up here just a little bit. See all that paper and debris and one big branch root growing there, and as we back up a little bit more here, you can see all these roots right there, all the little fine roots there on the whole left hand side of the screen there, just all globbed in and growing there. And then you can see we have a pocket here that's got some standing water. Now I don't know if this is due to that debris, or if the way the pipe was put in, it has a little bit of uphill slope, unfortunately, because of the fittings they used. So we're only about 5 feet past that other clean out area, so we're going to go ahead and leave our camera right here. We're going to pause and locate. Okay, so we've gone ahead and found that this system is actually on a sump pump. So what we're looking at here are roots getting in right at where the line ends and dumps into the sump pit. So what you're actually looking at here on the bottom right of the screen, that green color, that is the green Zollers sump pump itself. There we go, you can see even more of it now. So that green is the cast iron housing for the pump. So there's a big wood lid, and this is an ejection pump system. So this does flow into this pump, and then it gets pumped up and out down probably up to Maple. I'm not really sure exactly where the tie-in is off of this. So we took the lid off. We can actually see the roots and the end of this line right where the camera is dropping in. So again, we do have that little bit of standing water there. It's pretty small amount, so at this point in time I would say obviously not worth trying to dig that up. It's probably not causing that much of a problem for as many years as the house has been here. So we do need to go ahead and remove those roots that are kind of blocking part of the pathway, and then we'll have to go ahead and see if the rest of the pump has any other roots or any other heavy debris that's stopping the ejection pump from possibly turning on, and that's what caused it to back up. But it seemed more likely, since we had a lot of debris out of both cleanouts, that it wasn't the sump pump that wasn't working, because that does not have a sealed lid and it would pour out from there. It looks like it was just a clog at the line right at these roots and or this sag belly just before it gets to there. So we're going to go ahead and pull our camera out here, and we'll go ahead and clean out those roots, and then we'll re-inspect it. So we're going to pause the video. Okay, so we're going to put our camera back into the system. We just went ahead and went down into the pit and actually pulled out physically with some gloves some of the heavy roots in the tank, and then we went in with what's called a chain knocker system, type of snaking system, to rip out some more across the walls as best as we can. So it's right on the edge again where it dumps into the pit. So we'll see here as we go back into the system here how well those are all removed. Coming back up to the pit here. Here we go. So here's that little bit of standing water from the improper slope. So the camera goes under a little bit of water, and then you can see that little edge right there. So that's part of the hiccup that was done. But now as we back up here, you can see all those roots are gone. On the left-hand side, all you can see is literally couple little stragglers that are basically, this is a 4-inch pipe, so that's barely a 1/2 inch long there. So jump over this little hump that was how it was set, and again there's the green sump pump, the actual metal green pump. We've run a bunch of water through there. The pump is turning on and ejecting everything out, so it's functioning okay. So again, as we back up here, that's all the little tiny roots that are left. We got all those ripped out of there. So that little lip on the edge of the wall, the pipe there, we're going to go back down into the pit and see if there's any way that can be notched out or literally carved out. And then if we're able to, we'll do that. Otherwise, we'll have to just maintain the roots, and this small sag belly will have to stay in the system. We're going to go ahead and pause the video. Okay, so we just finished flushing the system out with a little bit of water there you can see running by. What we did was we went down with a die grinder into the basin, and that lip opening after the plastic ends is actually some type of metal little connection point. So we then use a very small grinder to try to get past the pump and into that opening to grind out the bottom just a little bit. And so as you see, we go forward here, we're able to get rid of some of that sag belly area that was holding as much water. You can see the basin a little bit better now, and as we back up here, you can see we don't have as much standing water in the system any longer. So we were able to grind that down just enough with a couple special tools to reach around the pump and get that gnarred out. So you can see on the left and right that shiny silver, that's the metal. So it's kind of like a lip flange that accepts the 4-inch pipe. Things just weren't aligned perfectly. So you can see we cut out the bottom there, and so now we've got a little bit less standing water, quite a bit less. So now everything should flow through this area and jump into the basin a little bit cleaner. Now there's still a little bit of a lip there. Nothing can be done about that completely right now. Not without the pump being pulled and another type of diamond grinding wheel, angled one maybe to get in there without doing that. But so now we have a much better view. You can see the roots, again, very, very small what's left, and that the pit is nice and open for everything to dump into there. So everything must have been binding up before it gets to this point. Let's back up on the line one more time here as we pull back and see if there was anything else. Here's another clean out right there that was put in right in front of that. And as we back up here, again, we never saw anything else wrong with the system. So unless somebody is dumping down some heavy wipes, some feminine products, or some other debris that shouldn't be going down, we're not seeing anything wrong on the system any farther back, and everything is functioning fine. So the line is all clear, the pump is working, we've got the roots ripped out, and that lip opened up a little bit better to get rid of that standing water. So come back across, so this is where the other bathroom connects in, so we know that everything was backed up at once. So it was actually after that T-junction as we go down this part of the line where it had backed up. So everything is open and functioning now. So I'll pull the rest of our camera out here, and that's it. everything is functioning on the property and should be good, so that concludes this recording.